Hi, welcome to Eye Openers. I'm your host, Brittany Drozd, and each week I bring you insightful conversations with entrepreneurs that will help you make more money, become a strong leader, and build a business culture that you're proud of. Grab your coffee and let's dive in. Hi, I'm Brittany Drozd, and I help entrepreneurs like you make more money, gain clarity through taking action, and find fulfillment in the process. And what if all that were easy? Right? I just spouted that off like it just happens like that. I think a lot of people imagine that building a successful business, however you might define that, is really hard work. And in a lot of cases, that's true. There is work that you have to do to make that happen. But one of my favorite coaching questions is asking people after they tell me about a really big vision they have or a dream that they would absolutely love if it were to come true. I ask them, well, what if it were easy? And that's usually one that makes people speechless. They're definitely not expecting it. But we have these ideas already in our head about how challenging something is going to be to accomplish. So we've already decided that it's going to be full of hard work, full of obstacles, and I might fail. So we take something that we really, really want and we place it further and further and further away from ourselves. So I say, well, what if it were easy? What if you could just bring that goal, that dream, that big vision right to you? I promise this is not just fantastical thinking, but it changes the way that you see what's in front of you. It changes the way you see the problem or what you think needs to happen to get there. And when you change the way you see it, everything changes. It doesn't have to be arduous and tedious work. It can be fun. You can find fulfillment in the process of building something that's really meaningful for you. So that got me thinking. Between last week's video about all the research I had done and interviewing entrepreneurs, hearing what people need right now, and thinking about one of my favorite sayings, which is, what if it were easy? One of my favorite questions. I wanted to offer something to entrepreneurs right now that I think will help solve their problems, help them take meaningful action, and hopefully they'd find it easy. So instead of working with people for 6 months or a year or several years, which is how I work with most of my clients, I wanted to offer you guys a sprint through coaching, which means looking at what you're dealing with right now. What are the pivots or changes you need to make right now to help make your business more successful during these uncertain times? And instead of extending that out over a long period, I have condensed some of the things that I heard from entrepreneurs that would be most helpful right now. And what I am working on with my current clients, have condensed these teachings, have put it together in a way that will allow you to implement it faster and gain the benefits of it right away. So I'm calling it a sprint. So usually running a business is a marathon, right? But what if we could do a sprint? And what if we could train you for a sprint that would allow you to be quick out of the gate with it and serve your customers in a meaningful way more quickly so that you would more quickly see the benefits of that. I would love to hear what you think about this idea, if you have done something like this before, or why you think it won't work and what you think the obstacles might be for you. Thanks for joining us this week on Eye Openers. Make sure to visit brittanydraozd.com/podcast for this week's show notes. And if you found value in today's episode, I would so appreciate you giving us a rating on Apple Podcasts or share it with a friend. Also, don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. This all helps to support the show.